All right, Thunder fans, Travis Lonix here, joined again by Thunder manager Shawn Chacon. Post-game, it's Trenton Thunder salvage series today, taking down the College Spikes 8-1 the final score. Tough couple games, losing the series, Shawn. But you guys had a good game today, 8-1 off both sides of the ball, off two sides of the ball, offense, defense, pitching to get the 8-1 win. How's it feel good to win? Salvage the series.
Man, it was great. Great game today. Yeah, the series, obviously, again, you want to win the series, baseball, right? Baseball rules, 2 out of 3, that's the thing. But here, we focus on seeing how these guys bounce back day to day. There's really nothing to play for as far as win-wise go, but just, it's a good habit to start to develop on how you bounce back after a couple games that you lose, and you come out. Like I've said before, starts with our starting pitching, Joe Arriola. He kind of grinded through his first, what does he throw, 3 innings?
3 innings.
Yeah, and he wanted more out of himself today. We definitely did too. Bullpen being a little thin, but he battled, he competed, and then kept it what it was. Again, our offense later in the game chips away. We end up getting a couple runs, take a pretty good 3-1 lead, I think, or 3-0 for a while. Paulo Norris comes in and again, just competes with his stuff and his pitching ability. So that's great to see. And the bullpen held it down. Then you fast forward and you get into another position where the offense is able to add runs. And that's what you like to see out of a team. The pitching is there. You take a small lead early. The bullpen holds, and then you add on late. Like, that recipe is, it's one that managers especially love to see out of their team.
Yeah, for sure. As for last night, it's a 4-1 loss. But you guys, Chris Billingsley started, wasn't here in attendance, but 4 1/3 from him. Touched on his outing quick here, grinded through it.
Yeah, Chris Billingsley, another kid who was late addition, but came in. Really good stuff. Really, really live arm. He's young when it comes to the pitching experience, so he was able to come here for a short time. He's out of here now, but last night he pitched well. He battled. Again, he faced a team that seemed to be hot last night, swinging the bats. Got himself in trouble with some walks, which just like any other pitcher, that's the case. But again, show some really good stuff. Competed, and last night was one of those games where our offense isn't going to score 5-6 runs every game, and sometimes the pitching, in order to get wins, will have to step up, and like last night we would have needed to throw a shutout, right? So you look at that, you wake up today and you tell the offense, hey man, we had a short meeting with the hitters today, letting them know ain't no thing, dude, we understand, you guys have been carrying us as far as the hitting goes. No pressure, again, to come out and score runs and try to make them feel relaxed, and I think it kind of paid off today. Yeah,
last couple games, so just 2 runs total, and pitching had 10-plus free bases last couple games today, just 6 total. You had 10 Ks your side, pitching-wise, striking guys out. Good stuff there. Again, 8 runs, and touched on the beginning of the game. Said Arriola did a great job coming out. He was pounding his own early, real efficient, impressive first inning, couple Ks. And then interviewed Mike Cooley today after the game. Clutch there in that first inning after a couple guys ahead of him couldn't get it done. Stevens and Sully there, but then he picked him up basically up the middle, big time, 2 outs.
Yeah, and then that was great for Hooley because he's been hitting the ball hard, he's been seeing the ball well lately, but it hasn't had the results. Again, we're pointing out that this time of year, this time of the summer, it's fatigue starts to set in for everybody. So getting these hitters to understand less is more. Having a more of an approach and more of a specific plan at the plate. And being less in a survival mode when they're hitting rather than in a power position, if you will. So Hooley getting that knock and to drive those runs in was huge. And then he got into another good at bat late in the game, beat a hit out for a single. And again, credit to him. He's a ball player straight up. And you watch the kids go through a little slump maybe, and then you come out of it. And it's just it's cool to see the development there.
Yeah, and watching him as a whole, I'm talking to him about seeing him hustle no matter what the score is, what time, inning of the game it is, on the field, playing third base there, and a great catch down the left field line. Tarp there, that pop up in the infield, he called right away, caught on the first base side of the mound there, hustled that infield single late in the game. It's true ball player, like you said. And then you're saying about You hit balls hard. It's baseball. You get caught. Bloopers fall in, and that bottom six after top six first touch on Norris came out of the game, base loaded, 1 out. But then Ronnie came in there.
Ronnie's the guy, man. Ronnie's been one of the most reliable guys we've had, and that's not just results wise, but taking the ball when we need him. In times where we're short of arms, because guys are leaving, or guys are sick. Bosley Smith was out sick today, so guys like Ronnie and Cooper McGrath had to step up and maybe throw in a day that where normally they wouldn't have. But if you saw Ronnie's stuff, you would never have known, right, that he, maybe his 4th outing this week or something, I don't know. But you would never have known because the stuff was there. And hearing him talk about it, how, like, this is the best I felt all week and never had a moment of panic out there and seemed to be relaxed. So I would say Andrew Ronnie is one of the guys that has, bought in, open-minded, trusted us, taken our advice, and, he's really made some progress with it. And then obviously, Cooper McGrath coming in at the end to finish up what Weaver did. Weaver again stepped up. He nutted up and get that strikeout, in that inning to allow us to get to 2 outs with Cooper. But again, these guys have thrown a lot. They're coming off end of their college seasons, and this is what pro ball is. You're going to be asked to do more than you're comfortable with, and to see them have success in those positions in those times is it's a pretty big, I think, confidence booster, and it says a lot about them.
Yeah. And, bottom 6 guys got the 4 runs there. Add on, make it 7-1. Aaron Willie let up a walk, got to third base on a stolen base and an error, and scored on Cujo's ground ball. Frosman blooped by single in left field, and Massey then 2-run single. Jammer got through the field there. It's baseball, right?
It's baseball, and it's about time because we've seen that with our pitchers so many times where they're making pitches and balls are just finding space for hits. And, it's all about the process. We always talk about it. We say it evens out. For every ball you hit hard, there's going to be 2 that bleed and find a hole anyway. So today it was good to be on the positive side of it.
Yeah. And 8th inning, Harry Gent came through with the RBI double down the line after Hooley, the infield single. So big time for Gent there, Harry.
Well, again, and you see these guys, especially guys like Harry Gent and Massey, who are sharing time. They're platooning basically. Yeah. So, they're not getting this consistent at-bats as, Hooley or Potternack has been. So to see them take advantage of their opportunities is awesome. And I got to mention the kid, dude, Dawson.
Yeah,
and I can't forget him because this kid is enthusiastic, as eager to learn and eager to play as they come. And last night when Ron Perry and I are chopping up about the lineup, it just kind of struck me that it would be nice to get him, early in the order and get him more at bats and kind of free him up mentally to know, like, hey, dude, you're going to be, I told him before the game, you're going to be in the leadoff spot. Get your swings in, dude. Get your hacks in, get your ABs, because that's what it all is for young guys. It's just repetition and reps. So he got 2 knocks, and he's on the moon right now. He's stoked.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love to hear that. Love to see that. Now, all I got for the game here: 8-1 win, salvage in the series. 3-3 on the homestand, 10-11 overall. Next up tomorrow, you guys have this exhibition game between the Cape Cod League and Draft League. Got a few guys on the roster: Evan Sullivan, Carson Sabathia, Miguel Cime come back for the game. Bryson Dudley, Aaron Graver, Jacob Potternack, I believe. Kind of touched on. I don't know too much about the game. More.
I'm excited. We get Miguel Cime back to start the game. The high school kid. I'm excited to see the Cape League hitters. The word is that they're really good hitters, and then like early day one draftable hitters. So I'm excited to see the pitchers, the Moffitts and the Cimes and some of these guys that are upper nines. I'm excited to see them and how they pitch against that experienced of a lineup. And then our position players, just specifically from us, Sullivan, who's earned that right to catch. I'm excited for him to be out there. Potternack, Graber. I'm excited to see him take BP in a big stadium.
City Field.
I think
where the game's being played.
I think everybody is excited to see him take BP at City Field. Graber's a different kind of power when you talk about tools. So, Sabathia, obviously. Who else am I missing? I can't.
It's on the roster. I saw.
Yeah,
Dudley,
Bryson Dudley opted
bro.
out
Gotcha.
tomorrow, so we won't get a chance to see him, but he'll be starting on Tuesday for us in Williamsport, so
Sweet.
That's all good. But, yeah, man, it'll be fun. It should be, exciting to see all the talent that's there, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, going to that after the game. You mentioned Dudley will start Tuesday. So, how do you feel about the team right now? I know, guys, it's tough. You guys leaving. It's managed and everything.
It's tough, man. It's tough to juggle. But the good part is it's baseball, and there's always somebody ready to play, and there's somebody that wants to play, and there's somebody that we have lists of guys that are anxious and knocking at the door to get in this league. So.
Yeah.
For every guy that leaves, there's another guy that gets an opportunity, and that's what we're here for. So I'm excited. I hate to see guys go. You grow, you become attached to these young players. It's like they're more children for you. And for me especially, like I get emotionally. I put my heart in this game, so I put it in the players, and so seeing some of these guys leave is tough, but you could follow their career. So I'm happy to see them take that next step too.
Yeah, 100%. And the Thunder can open up the road trip to have 2 in Williamsport, then 1 in Frederick Thursday, come home July 4th, play Frederick at home, and then 2 State College will come here again next weekend. So here we go, 10-11 after it's 8-1 win today for State College, hitting the road to play again Williamsport on Tuesday. Thunder manager Shawn Chacon, as always, thanks for your time. Best of luck, safe travels, everything.
My pleasure,
Enjoy
Travis. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yep. Awesome, man.